As misinformation and so-called fake news continues to be rapidly distributed on the internet, our reality has become increasingly shaped by false information.
This was on a fake news report.
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theories.
You are fake news.
What if your teenage loneliness could predict your belief in conspiracy theories decades later? As misinformation have become extremely prevalent, conspiracy theories massively surged, which has far-reaching consequences for individuals and the society. From undermining global efforts of containing climate change to fueling political polarization, these beliefs can significantly impact our world. But what makes people susceptible to conspiracy theories? A new study published in Nature Communications sheds light on how our social experiences throughout life shapes our worldviews and predicts conspiratory ideas. The researchers specifically examined the role of loneliness, as it's a complex emotional state characterized by a perceived lack of social connection, which has been theoretically linked to conspiracy beliefs. Previous research has shown cross-sectional associations between social alienation and conspiracy beliefs, but longitudinal studies examining how this relationship develops over time have been scarce. The study employed a longitudinal design following 2,250 Norwegians over an impressive span of 28 years, from adolescence into midlife. Participants were initially junior and senior high school students in grades 7 to 12, with an average age of 15 in 1992. By the final data collection point in 2020, they've reached their early to mid-40s. The researchers used two primary measures: loneliness, assessed at 5 time points between 1992 and 2020, using a Norwegian short version of the UCLA loneliness scale, and conspiracy worldview, measured at the final time point in 2020 using the Conspiracy Mentality Questionnaire. This instrument assesses a general tendency to endorse conspiracy theories rather than the belief in specific conspiracies. The analysis revealed several key findings, and the first being that participants' loneliness showed a linear increase from adolescence to mid-adulthood. This means that on average, people reported feeling progressively lonelier as they aged. Secondly, higher levels of loneliness in adolescence were significantly associated with greater endorsement of conspiracy worldviews in midlife. Importantly, this relationship held even after controlling for various factors such as age, sex, parental education, and political orientation. Thirdly, individuals who experienced a steeper increase in loneliness over the 20-year period were more likely to report a conspiracist worldview in midlife. Again, this association remained robust after accounting for the same control variables. To ensure that these relationships weren't simply artifacts of underlying mental health issues, the researchers controlled for symptoms of depression and anxiety. And even after this adjustment, both the initial level and the trajectory of loneliness remained positively related to conspiracy worldviews. These findings provide compelling evidence for a long-term association between loneliness and the development of conspiracist worldviews. The researchers propose several potential explanations for this relationship. Ego protection. Conspiracy beliefs may serve as a coping mechanism for loneliness, helping individuals make sense of their social isolation in a way that protects their self-image. For example, attributing one's loneliness to being a victim of a conspiracy or possessing unique knowledge that others don't understand. Lack of social feedback. Lonely individuals may have fewer opportunities for social interactions that could challenge or correct developing conspiracist views. Seeking community. Loneliness might motivate people to seek connection within online communities because it's an easy and accessible way. Online conspiracist groups, in particular, are easy to join, highly reinforcing and engaging, which may make them an accessible and suitable source of social nourishment and identity for socially isolated individuals. However, the researchers acknowledge a big limitation, as they have no earlier data points for initial conspiracist views, which is why they can't rule out the possibility that adopting conspiracist worldviews in adolescence might lead to increased loneliness over time. Lastly, there's a big contextual factor here. The study was conducted in Norway, a society with high institutional trust and relatively low levels of loneliness. This may mask the true size of associations between loneliness and conspiracist worldviews. Thus, findings may be even more pronounced in societies where loneliness is much more prevalent. If you want to see some more deep dives into new and fascinating studies, check out my channel or watch my last video on how mirroring can impact perceived attractiveness. Thanks for watching.